Life. New way of life. TV and talk radio is where to go. Best thing going is our TV show. Big Rich, Crystal Love, Yara and Dr. Renee. We had the information, we give it away. Every week we bring the truth in the TV and radio booth. New way of life. TV, new way of life. TV, feel powered by the lip. TV network.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This your man, Big Rich. All right, up at the A Brokn Man Conerence. Let me let everybody up here introduce themselves.
Hey, y'all, I'm Crystal Love.
Hello, I'm Chief Apostle Dr. Arnold Burrell.
Blessings, I'm Apostle Dorinda Burrell.
Greetings, it's Dr. Renee.
All right, yeah, I'm Big Rich. Say, we're going to give y'all this welcome. Welcome. You are not here by accident. Heaven scheduled this moment before you ever showed up. What you've been praying about, wrestling with, and crying over, God has already stepped into it. This is a divine interruption. This is where clarity meets courage. This is where broken places receive breath again. Lay down your fear, release your doubt, open your spirit. Because what God is about to do in this room will not return void. Welcome to your next. All right. So we had a conference earlier today. We're getting ready to go to the banquet. We got a lot of stuff going on. Just so much. I don't think we have time for everything, but we'll make the time. All right. So, Dr. Brandon, what's going on?
A whole lot of nothing. Today has been overwhelming, but definitely it has been fueling. I believe the fire was set in this place. The speakers came through and lit the house up on today. I am truly blessed, truly grateful for their yes and the assignment because they did not disappoint me.
All right. Yeah, we had great speaker, Kayshawn Brooks. We're going to bring her up. She sung beautifully today. Apostle Dorinda brought the word. Say, that's how you bring the text. I'm telling you. Chief Apostle, well, he always do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, got my lovely co-host, well, both my lovely co-hosts, and I'm lovely co-host, Crystal Love. So, when we talk about A Brokn Man Conerence, what did we want everybody to leave with?
So the vision behind the Rib of a Broken Man was to simply bring out the truth. When God gave me this, he said, this is quality over quantity. I want you to understand, pain is a part of the process.
That's right.
Woman was formed from the rib of man out of quality. God did not take multiple ribs out of Adam to make multiple Eves. He took one. The quality. The quality. He formed a woman to match a man. So when you talk about the rib of a broken man, it's not the identity of having quantity of things, it's a quality. When you look at yourself as a person, as a man, as a woman, you don't need a multitude of things to identify you. You need a quality. A quality. What is that quality? That's the healing process. Because what we have to understand is that God does things in his timing, right? You break a bone, it takes time. You get your heart broke, it takes time. You get sick, it takes timing. Everything takes time. God does the restoration through time. It's not going to happen instantly. You're not going to move gradually. You're not going to elevate suddenly. You're going to have to go through things. God gave me this vision 6 years ago. 6 years ago. I ran from it. Of course, COVID helped. Because I knew the weight of the mantle was going to be heavy. But in that 6 years, God had to take me through a process of being broken. It was broken in my marriage. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I grew up in a home where my parents didn't believe in divorce. So when you grow up seeing something and then something just happens and you don't understand it because you're standing in a place and you're saying, God, what did I do wrong? What I did everything right. What did I do wrong? And God said, it's not what you did wrong. It's what you did right that made it wrong. You didn't go into it right. That made it wrong. You didn't get the counseling that you need.
Come on now.
That made it wrong.
Correct.
You didn't listen. That made it wrong.
Correct.
So now I've got to take you through a process because it's not about fixing the other person. I got to fix you. I got to put the quality back in you.
Okay, let's start with Crystal, work our way back around. Crystal, what did you get from the comment? What did you take away?
Well, first I want to say I just love how people can get up in front of other people that they don't know and tell the most intimate things about themselves in order and hopes to help another person. Because see, my story is just not my story. It's my story, but it's just not my story alone. It's not for me to just keep. My story is for me to share in hopes to inspire and help somebody else that may be going through what I'm going through or know of somebody going through what I'm going through. It's just not for me to sit up. God didn't bless me for me to just stay blessed by myself and not bless others. You know, so I wholeheartedly believe that. And that's what I got out of it, man. I'm already big on telling my story and helping other people with my pain and with my lessons and with my blessings. I'm already big on doing that. And so today, you know, I wish my husband was here with me today, you know, but I understand that he's not, and I understand that he could not be here. But I wish he was here because this was not just a word for me. I tried taking notes, but you know, it's hard taking notes when you're so zoned in. You know, I tried taking notes so I can go back home and tell him some things, but it's hard taking notes. I'm trying to write like this here. So it's hard taking notes when you're so zoned in to what's being said, you know, and so thank everybody for sharing because, you know, I feel like I don't have to travel the road that you ladies went down if I haven't already, because like that I didn't travel some roads, but I feel like I don't have to make the same mistakes y'all made because y'all done made it for me. That's what I got out of it.
Come on, Chief Buster.
Wow, man, what a awesome first session we had today. Just the fact that my deliverance is my pain. My deliverance has helped me move through pain and navigate difficult situations within my life. Many times, and I tell all of my leaders this, nothing happens in the earth realm unless God allows it to happen. So we have to know that God is in control. Many times when we want to blame the enemy, we want to say the devil did this, the devil's doing this to me. Many times it's not the devil, it's us. So we have to take a step back. We have to take accountability. We have to look at the decisions that we're making. And many times it's our decision-making process that is distorted. So we have to go back and ask God, God, help me make better decisions. And as my wife, Apostle, so eloquently spoke today, she said that it's not only our decision-making process, but it's us getting too emotional. We got to remove emotion out of the equation because God does not move on emotion. God, those emotions don't move God. Many times we cry out to God and we say, oh God, why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? But God tells you to wipe your tears because many times those tears don't mean nothing to God. And the Bible tells us that God turns a deaf ear to the sinner man. So we got to come correct and be in proper alignment with God We got to be in the vein of God. But the only way to be in the vein of God, you got to know God. And to know God, you got to go through some things. You got to go through some heartbreaks. Because, watch this, if my mother never would have died, I probably wouldn't even be sitting here right now. I wouldn't be an apostle. I wouldn't be in ministry because that was not my desire. So God used that to get me in check, to warn me, listen, I'm God. Your mother is not your God, son. So God spoke to me prophetically and told me in college, he said, your mother's going to die. Prepare yourself, son, because you worship her like she your God. So things happen. Setbacks. We learn, we grow, we develop so that we don't continue to make those same mistakes. I was just blessed by the conference, the visionary, our spiritual daughter, Dr. Renee. Wonderful conference. It's still going on. We're still taking it higher. We are proud of you. We are proud of you.
Pastor Durant came out of Genesis. And I know last night we were at dinner, and he was like, I'm going to go get in the Word, get my Genesis. Why?
Because as I was sitting back and I was meditating, and God was just talking and ministering to me. And he took me back to when I was in the car accident and they had to remove a rib from me in the natural. Remember that in the natural, I was all over the place. I was emotional because this happened to me. I was in so much hurt, pain. I was just dealing. But spiritually, God removed the rib from me because that was the pain. That was the pain. It was coming from that rib. He removed that rib, that emotional pain from me so that I could solely focus on him. And that's what he did. So me going into the Genesis like that just had me to go back and to really understand why the things that I went through happened to me. And for me to get an understanding so that I can be able to let other women and men know it's okay. Just get back up. Get back up on your 2 feet and walk this thing out. Straighten up your crown. Straighten it up.
Straighten that crown up.
Straighten it up and get it right the next time around.
Of course, we've been talking about this since last year. Last year, I think we were supposed to do this, and it came, of course, God don't make no mistakes. It happened when it was supposed to happen. When we plan events like this, and one of my things I always say, I just don't when people spend their money and time to come in from out of town, it's just something.
Right.
And I was telling you, ain't nobody just got $800-900 laying around. I was telling Keisha, ain't nobody, and if I do got laying around, I ain't trying to spend on no plane ticket and to go. I got somewhere else for that to go.
Right.
So when we talk about gratitude, where's the gratitude? Where's the gratitude?
I've been trying to hold back the tears all day because for people who know me, I have a hard time adjusting to people. I'd be like, y'all can just go y'all way. I'm good. I'm a roll by myself. I ain't got to deal with the foolishness because I'm one of those type of people. When I love hard. I'm real. You're not going to get a fake version of me. When I show up, I'm going to show up for you the way that I'm going to show up for me. And for my people to show up for me today, that did something for me. That when you look at family, this is family to me. The people that show up.
That's right.
I don't have to know you, grow up with you. I could have just met you last week.
That's right.
But you showed up to something that meant something to me.
Amen.
That's family.
That's family.
That's
Right
family.
there.
Because the way I see it, I can love my family. I can love the people.
Mhm.
I didn't get to choose them, and they didn't get to choose me.
Right.
But y'all have poured it out. Y'all know the nights I cried.
Mhm.
Y'all know the headaches I had. Y'all know the stress that was put into this. I even cried to Richard. Like, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I got this happening. I got that happening. I'm all over the place.
Right.
And it took her calling me out of nowhere. Daughter, we got you.
That's right. Said we're gonna be there.
We got you.
We'll show up.
And at that
We'll
moment,
show up.
I just broke. I
Yeah,
fell
we
on
showed
my
up.
face, and I
We showed up. We showed up.
I want to say for me, for most men, it take us a long time to learn or realize we just need one woman. It took me to 52 years old. It take us sometimes. Some dudes learn. I mean, I look at my brother. My brother got married in his 20s, high school, college sweetheart. They've been married. My other cousin. Me, I just wasn't gonna do it. I hear you, God. You know, he that find a wife, find a good thing. I hear you. I hear you, God. And all this, and Ruth and Moab. I hear you, God.
Yes, sir.
You know. But it takes us a long time sometimes. And then what happens is, where God say, God gave me a rib. He said, he gave me, sent me a woman. And then I'll still be sitting here sometimes, can't nobody tell me what to do. And God be like, fool, I made a woman. What is you talking about? Fool, I made a woman. What is you talking about? Ain't nobody gonna tell you. And you know what? That's evident every day. Do it.
Come on, Alice.
And the ladies hear me say this all the time. Richard, how many times God gotta keep telling you, you not the final authority on nothing. He got the final say. You know what I'm saying? He does. And I'm gonna get up. Me and Chief Apostle gonna get up because this is a real broken man conference. We're gonna get Kayshawn Brooks up here. We're gonna get Kiara up here, our chaos coordinator. We got some women in here. We're gonna let them run the show. But before I go, Apostle Director, and let me say it like this, since you got a show coming up, Apostle Dr. Dorinda Real, your show coming up on the Well Light TV channel, plus ministry Sunday morning. That same thing with Chief Apostle. What you gonna talk about on your show, man?
I'm gonna be empowering women,
Mm-hmm.
left and right. My thing is, it's a lot of women out there that need to be empowered. They have been rejected, they have been abandoned, they have been through all types of hurt. You got some that's been through, and still is going through addiction. They're calling for help.
Right.
And it's time
Right.
it's just time to talk this thing out and be able to bring them into a place where they are safe.
All right. Say y'all finna get up, man. Chief Apostle. We got some beautiful women, got some beautiful sisters. We're gonna bring up here to the platform. Y'all give us about 45 seconds, right? The camera's gonna be on, all that, right? And we're gonna bring up Kayshawn Brooks. Say, cause I'm telling you, she got some miracle soap. Y'all see how pretty my skin is? Y'all see how pretty my skin is? And we got Kiara gonna come up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Nobody pay Richard no mind.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah, what you doing back there? Come on.
Come on, Kiara. Come on.
We both got put on the spot. Come on.
Come on down.
You act like you brand new. Come on.
Girl, I just found out last night. You know how Richard rolls?
Mobile.
You know how Richard rolls? I just found out last night.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
So when we talk about the rib of a broken man, let's talk about the fragment. the pieces that break, what does that look like in your eyes? Anybody can go.
Well, I think, and I'm not sure, praying. Like my relationship with my husband been on rocky, good. Rocky, not rocky. Rocky, not rocky. And I've been praying. Before I lost his mother, my mother-in-law, she told me, she said, Christian, you gotta pray for your husband. I don't know, I pray for him all the time. Ain't nothing happening. She said, girl, it took me years praying for Connor. I never forget the conversation I had with her, right? And Lord knows I've been praying. And so it just, I guess it takes for the person, the man or the woman, it could be a man or woman, to go inward. Cause my program teaches me that I can clean up the outside. I can shine like a penny on the outside. Throw some lashes on, a little hair, some makeup, I'm a whole nother person, right? But that inside is where I really need to get naked. And to get naked, the inside needs to get, and everything needs to come out. And in order to do that, if I'm not turning it over to God, like I should be, but if I'm not turning it over to God, I must find somebody who I trust that believes in me and want to help me. I gotta find somebody who I trust to process that inside stuff with. Because, just like women have trauma, I also know that men have trauma.
Yeah.
Then when you got a woman that got trauma and a man that got trauma, then they get together and they not healed, now we just trauma bonded. Toxic trauma bonded. I might be off course, but that's what came to my mind.
No, you right up. You spot on.
I would like to say, I believe it starts within the mind and the heart. And just from my experience with my husband, and I'm going to open up a little bit. So he was a minister. He brought me to God, read the Bible with me, took me to go get baptized that second time because I needed to know for sure if I was baptized in Jesus' name. So we were that not power couple, but power couple in the church. He was preaching, I was singing, we was traveling. His parents had the church, but I feel like his heart and his mind got shattered when he wasn't obedient. He had the opportunity to take over 3 different churches at 3 different times. And he even followed through the assignment. And I feel like his mind broke, his heart broke, and then that transferred to me dealing with that. So when you don't follow God's will and be obedient, you become that broken man. And now here I am trying to be that supportive wife and helping him get through that, nurturing him, waiting that 1 year, that 5 years, that 10 years, and then realizing, okay, now what I'm trying to protect him from, I'm now deteriorating me because he's not following God's will. And God is like, you getting in my way. Because I thought I was doing the right thing, being that submissive wife. He's leading, I'm listening to him, and then God was like, no, you got to listen to me. You listen to me first. Yes, he's the head of the household, but he's still supreme. He still is my God. When I'm facing him on that day of judgment, I can't say, oh, well, the man I married is like, no, we have this relationship. And God was like, you in the way, you enabling him. And he put me in a position where I had to remove myself out the way so that he can work on his mind and his heart.
That's good. I understand that.
That's
Yes.
good.
That's really good. Back off of that is a lot of women think that we are in a position because you have to make a decision. And the decision it can either make you or break you. And then if the one thing I always say, if the husband is not following Christ and doing what they want to do, you gotta back off because that's gonna lead you down a path that you don't want to go. You following Christ, but he's not. So how can you follow him if he's not following Christ?
And that's exactly why I haven't been back You know, I can be honest with y'all. We've been living in different states for the past 6 years. And in the beginning, you know, when he left me and I'm bedridden and I'm like, you know, I was hoping, you know, like, or having the surgeries, I'm thinking, you know, he's going to come back. This is not real. And I'm like, okay, he really isn't coming back. But I was still hoping and having faith, like he's going to come back. But then year one, year two, year three, but I'm learning during that time, I had to be by myself. God was telling me, because he was that minister. When I met him when I was 17, he was 27. I thought I was grown, but he met a little girl. This man was almost 30 years old. So I was trained and used to following his will, his order, listening to him. And God was like, no, I need him out the way. COVID came, so now we're isolated, and I'm in the house by myself. I'm letting the kids go out with the neighbors just so that they can get a break from taking care of me, being my caregiver. So, and it's just like I'm by myself, but now I can hear God, because it was always, let's read the Bible together, let's pray together. I didn't have that independent relationship with him, and it forced me to get intimate with God, for me to learn what I was doing wrong by being in God's way, and I had to remain. So then when he has been trying to come back, especially since my business been blowing up.
Right. Right. Money is motivator. Money is motivator.
And because I'm not bedridden no more, you know, I'm a little bit better, but there hasn't been any change. There hasn't been any growth. But if I didn't change, I didn't grow, I wouldn't be able to see that. So like, he spent 6 weeks out here during the holiday time. And I was able to see that there is no growth. See, he still wants the old K-Shot. He still think I'm that 17-year-old, that old version. And it's like, no, you don't realize who God has developed me into being. Forget the business. The business can go away. I'm still this brand new K-Shot.
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's good. Right. Well, you guys know I'm speaking from a space of never being married before. But I can speak in the sense of being in almost an 8-year relationship, us growing together, we starting a business, and then seeing what my assignment was as a single woman, and seeing how when men did not align. I've started to go down my journey of understanding that when it comes time for God to place you with that man or that woman that he has for you, it's going to be a sense of divine assignment. And so it requires you to do the inner work, because like it's nice and glowing, but behind closed doors is when you really get to see where you guys stand. And I think for me, going down that road, being in that relationship, me trying to follow my assignment that I felt like God had placed on my life, but also follow him. But how could I follow him when he hadn't figured out who he was? When God hadn't told him what his purpose was in life. Yes, he was a great provider financially, but then I learned real quick, oh, it's more to this than that. When it comes to how you are making me feel safe emotionally, intellectually, how you're supporting me and helping me rise in my occasion, not making me feel small and I have to shrink to what you have going on because you're intimidated as to what God has called and placed upon my life. How am I supposed to evolve and elevate and flow and operate in my femininity when you're not, when you're operating in your femininity? Now we have a clash. Come on, girl. You know? Come on, girl. So,
my God.
When let me find me. You know?
You're on the way. You're on the way. We just got to look at read.
Jesus.
I mean, that's what it is. I'm gonna hold on to that. You know, like she gives me that hope. When I met, I'm like, wow, like to just hear how she speaks about it. It's just like, I'm like, oh, maybe I need to try that and put that in play. But I have to know that this is a divine assignment from God, because you can have the rib all day long, but if we're not that harmonizing match, Then what are you to me?
A counterfeit.
Come on. Counterfeit.
A counterfeit always come before the real blessing. And the Lord, if we just sit back and wait on the Lord God will show you the sign. We always end up taking that counterfeit and running with it and miss out on the blessing.
Let me add something to that though. So what advice would you give to a woman who just turned 36, never been married, doesn't have any kids, and have desire for all of that?
Okay. Enjoy life until that time comes.
You gotta get out there. Meet him. You ain't gonna meet him at the gym. I mean, you might meet him at the gym. You might meet him at.
Hold on, pause break. We gonna take a break. And we gonna come back, y'all, because this is getting, we need to hear from our sponsors.
She's a boss.
New way of life, TV channel. We'll be right back. How you gonna give me a prompt too?
What else you gonna talk? Your show, Ghetto show, Christian show.
I can't do no Kellogg in this, they ain't paying us.
Right. Tony ain't paying him.
Good. The Woman's Journey. Then your show, what is your?
Crystal Love, can you tell us about your show, A Woman's Journey?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh.
He don't fall out of chair.
Sorry, it's the lack of food in it.
I'm ready to eat, right? Let me go check on the food.
Okay. Yes, so A Woman's Journey is a show, a platform, a safe space for women. We inspire to educate, motivate, and encourage women through our life struggles, and our life's lived experience. So we share our experience, strength, and hope. Me, for one, I'm not coming from a professionalism place. I'm just coming from lived experience, right? I'm adding education on top of it because I'm in college now. But at the moment, I'm just coming through the experience from what God brought me from the horror of digging into this beautiful life that I couldn't, and other women on my platform, you know, she has a domestic violence nonprofit. So far, you know, we just look for other women. We look to inspire and educate and encourage other women. So no matter what walk of life you're going through, no matter what struggle, your struggle might not look like my struggle, but the thing about struggle is struggle looks alike. And struggle has the same language.
We're gonna be going to California. We are going to Chicago. We are going to Barbados. We are going to help me out. Where else we going? phenomenal what God is getting ready to do. I'm so excited that God chose me, that God has placed me in this position, because I once was the real of a broken man. And to walk into this healing and still fight for what I believe is right. And that's love. That's love.
Yeah.
Fighting for
When you want to walk away.
even when I want to throw in
walk
the
away.
towel.
I know I do.
I'm fighting
I
for it.
fight for
Not out of desperation. I ain't desperate for nothing. But I'm fighting because I know the purpose of the love. I know what God said. I know what God did. I know why God had to put that wedge of separation there. I know, I understand it. But it's the mending it back together. The mending is what's hard, because, baby, when I tell y'all that man there, he a piece of work. He a piece of work. He let his nose be nose and his yes be yes. Look, he turned his head, look right. But this took a lot for him to come and to be here for me, and that meant a lot to me.
Amen.
That
Amen.
meant a lot.
Amen.
Yeah. I know y'all ready to eat, right? We ready to eat. We ready to go and get into this banquet. We ready to have some fun, take some pictures. So I don't know, y'all, what y'all feeling? Y'all hype? Y'all ready? I think we've done what we're supposed to do on this set tonight, right? We've given them the real, we're giving them the truth, we're giving them some nuggets to walk away with, and just to know this is not the end. The rib of a broken man, this is not the end. This is just the beginning of what God is getting ready to set loose in the atmosphere. We have been charged, we have been commissioned, and we have accepted the assignment. So stay tuned. It's about to get real and hectic because the fire is brewing, and I am all in all excited about what God is doing.
10 minutes.
Okay, so they said we got a little bit more
10
time.
minutes.
Well, listen, let's do it.
Food is still cooking.
They might even find you on a cruise ship conference.
Who getting on the boat?
You, because you got to get over your fears.
No, it ain't no.
I did it with an airplane.
It ain't no
Come on.
fear.
Come
It
on,
ain't
talk
no
about
fear.
it. Talk about
Ain't
it.
no fear.
I got over the fear because you can drive over Louisville Lake. You done got over your fear.
You about to get on this ship with us.
It'll be a short one.
Be a 3-day.
A little 3 days. A little 3 days.
3-day to the Bahamas.
But it's the
3 nights, 4 days.
That's it.
Or whatever time you pay for the conference. I'm telling you,
You leave Friday, come back.
Somebody just asked us to bring it to Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay, Orlando. You asked, we are
Florida.
coming. Listen, we not turning nothing down.
I love it.
We are not
Orlando
turning
was
nothing
dope.
down.
Orlando was dope.
We are serious about this
Orlando,
assignment
go.
because we actually want to help people heal.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
passion about healing because that brokenness hurt. It literally took me out of here. It literally, I'm not exaggerating. I literally almost lost my mind. And it could have just suddenly
Right.
took me. And this would not have even been an option.
Here we go.
But because I am living proof, because we are living proof,
Come on.
we get to stand before many and testify about the goodness of God. People don't know what healing looks like.
Evolving and revolving.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's always something to heal from.
Yes.
Just because I got healed from this, just like trauma. Trauma just always evolving and revolving because I'm gonna always experience trauma as long as I'm a human and got breath in my body. I'm gonna always need a reason to heal for something.
Right.
I'm in therapy again. I'm gonna take this therapy again. I say I'm gonna stay in therapy, right? As long as it's free too. But you know, as long as my insurance can pay for it, as long as it's free, I'm gonna stay in therapy.
There you go.
Because I know that one time with a therapist for 6 months, I healed me all the way. See, I'm trying to heal the 40-year-old girl that was molested. And that ain't gonna happen overnight. That ain't gonna happen in a month. That ain't gonna happen in 2 months. When I thought I crossed that barrier, guess what? I still got some more healing to do. I still got some more journaling to do. And
That's
it's a
right.
process,
That's right.
y'all.
That's right.
It's a process, because I
That's
plan
right.
on confronting him. But I'm not
Ah.
gonna wait till he dies and speak to his tombstone. Right? I'm gonna confront him while he's alive.
There
I
you
wanna
go.
look you in your eyes, but I need help to do that.
That's what.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
I need help to do. I can't just do that with the program that I go to that helps keep me clean. I need some professionalism help to walk me through this thing, so I can get to the other side of it, and I will.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I don't need the therapist for the aftermath. It's okay.
That's right.
And I'm
That's
gonna,
wisdom.
go ahead, Mom.
That's actual wisdom. A lot of people don't understand that just because you go to a therapist doesn't make it not right. God used therapists, used doctors with wisdom to really bring you out of that trauma. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a tool. It's a tool.
And so I'm gonna bring this back real quick
Still in
because I
there.
wanted to embark on this when we talk about. Please understand, communication is a strong part of the breaking
Mhm.
because power lies in the tongue.
Yes, it does.
What you say to a person, how you get to a person becomes what a person breathes, wears, and lives. You break just by your words. You have to and examine themselves. Once you've already spoken, and now they got a battle with a relationship that they're literally praying for, but they're getting beat up just by words. You can't. Once you said it, it's said, and it's like a tape recorder replaying in your head. Every time they look at you, it's on this day you said such and such and such.
Cause I take notes.
Yeah.
Day and the time, and I'm like, you said on this day at this time, and it's just constantly.
Constantly
I look in the mirror and see the names called, the name. I look in the mirror and see that, and I have to remind myself, I am not that.
Yeah.
You are not that. Now I need to start voicing it. You are not going to talk to me like that. I do not like when you talk to me like that. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
Those are work.
Self-awareness.
They're working because you're constantly hearing those same words coming back, and you have to ask God to break them word curses. You know, you got to start beginning to put affirmation. I used to go in my bathroom and I used to sit there and take cards and put it around my mirror.
Taking notes.
Yeah, the affirmations every day. When I got up, I seen the affirmation on there because it was so many word curses that were spoken to me that I began to see myself what they said I was.
Yep.
And I wasn't. You know? But yeah.
Apostle Brenda, you made me think of reflecting on myself, trying to help a man that was broken. I ended up breaking myself. And so for a while, a lot of people was asking, like, you know, why haven't you moved on? Why aren't you with someone else? And I was speaking negativity over myself, and I didn't realize that I was like, I know what I did. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm an angel, that I'm innocent and I didn't contribute to anything of the separation. I know I had this conversation with you, but with Brandy and other people, they were like, you have to stop saying that. You know, just because look the way that they look now, that does not mean later on in the future things won't change. So then I've been recently starting to change my mindset, and I'm all like, okay, well, let me become, yes, I have stage 4 endometriosis. Yes, my spine is messed up in every single area from the top to the bottom. Yes, I have something going on with my brain. Yes, all of that is going, but am I doing the best that I can do to be the healthiest version of Keisha? I'm not going to be with someone, or someone is not going to want me if I'm not even doing what I know to do for me. So, you grow up and lost 20 pounds so far. I can ride 6 miles on a bike in 30 minutes. So I'm all like, okay, I'm making some difference in myself. But I was like, okay, I realized that I was speaking negativity just because he broke me, or I broke myself dealing with a broken man. That was basically putting the shield up of anyone else coming to me. So we do that, but I'm working on myself. It's a daily fight. I'm in progress.
And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you is in progress and you are in the vein with God, there is nothing wrong with that. Because I've been there. I've been there to the point where you don't realize how the pain is so unbearable, to the point of you either losing the weight or you just gaining this weight, can't get rid of the weight, or you're losing so much weight and you didn't get so small, and you see it all in your face and you start to look disfigured and stuff. And that's because you just started to take on that pain that was coming from what you've been hurt and broken from. So it's amazing where God is taking you, and that you're not holding your head down and you're moving forward, and you're getting everything that God has for you.
Absolutely. Y'all just don't know, man. This has been a journey. This baby right here has been a project.
Man, y'all know. She know the skeletons.
Oh my
She know the
God.
skeletons.
Man.
And, I was in a broken space.
Yeah, she
I
was.
was in a broken space.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What was the point when I had to get honest with myself?
What was the point?
When was the point that I had to get honest with myself?
Is that fair? For me, I had to get honest with myself when I was laying on the floor in Vegas. I had moved after I got injured at the prison. I thought it was my crazy self thought it was a sign from God that, okay, I've been the head of the household for all these years. Maybe this injury meant, now I get to rest and step back. And he had this wonderful opportunity in Vegas. So I paid for us to transfer us out there, but ended up getting sick. And I was just laying on the floor. The family, they were just walking over my body as I was wasting away. And on that floor, when I heard that voice, and it's like, I know you don't want to leave and you don't want to be by yourself, because he told me, you're going back to California by yourself. I'm not going back with you. You take the young kids with you. And that was when it got real with me. That moment when I was like, when I heard that voice and was like, I'm leaving. And I'm so glad, because I remember I didn't tell my dad that I had moved us out there. And I just left the house there. And when my dad found out, he was extremely upset. And he was like, well, let's just sell the house and I'm gonna give you half of the money. And I was like, no, but don't do that. I said, I'm testing him out. I'm seeing if this is really going to be. And I'm so grateful for my father that he kept paying that mortgage and kept that house there, because I didn't know I was going to end up sick when I told him to just keep this house here. And I had somewhere to go. But it was at that moment I was like, okay, I'm about to go be by myself. I got to be a big girl. I got to go. I gotta save my own doggone life, you know. But that was the moment it got real for me.
Okay. I think the moment it got real for me was when I had an aneurysm, driving and couldn't remember where I was going. Couldn't remember what had just happened, even though it was a mild one. it took a lot of out of me. I just remember pulling up in my driveway and I sat in my car for an hour. I had to Google myself home. Thank God for GPS in the car. If I had not had the GPS stored in the
You
car,
didn't even know what happened to you,
I didn't know what happened. I was working, taking care of my cousin, had just left her house. Probably wasn't even 5 minutes down the street. I was sitting at a red light and it just happened. It happened. It was like lightning and it just happened. And I was stuck for a minute. And I was like this could have went another way, right? But God, life can happen this fast. And it made me think about my husband. It made me think about my kids. If I die, what's gonna happen? Are we happy? Are we unhappy? Are we in a good place? Will they hate me more? You know, all kind of things. And that was my reality check then. That let this be a sign. Just that quick.
Wow. I think my turning point is that when I was in the church and I was doing worship, and my ex came into the door. My ex-husband came into the door and beat me up in front of the congregation, and beat me up so bad that my eyes were closed shut. And I was at that point I was embarrassed and everything, and it should have been a red flag to me of when I went up to the prison to see him, and I sat by him and he took his hand and he dug it all the way up into my thigh. And I didn't take it then, but when he got out and I was in church and he did that, I said that demon was bold enough to come into church to do that to me. I'm out.
Are we speaking just in general or relationship wise?
just in general. What was your point? Just here to get honest.
My breaking point of getting honest with myself is when I got that phone call, and on the other end of that phone it said they're putting a warrant out for your arrest. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Mine is similar to yours. My face was hanging. This whole side of my face was hanging. I never been hit like that from my mother, from any other man I dated. It seems like I'm always in back in the day in abusive relationships, and I can't blame it all on that person because I was abusive myself. You know, I used to think I had the S on my chest, and I was 6 foot tall too. You know, so I can't blame it all on them all the time. Yeah, man is wrong for hitting a woman. But so is a woman wrong for taking a 2x4 and busting across a man's head too. So I can't just play the victim. I'm not gonna play the victim no more, right? So, but I had to own up in my part. I played in it too. I was pretty ruthless too, right? Toxic and ruthless too. But this particular time, I had never been hit hard in my life. For a big old 6'4" man hit me in my face. Looked in the mirror, I didn't even look in the mirror till like the next day or two, right? And when I looked in the mirror, I said, oh God, no, my face ain't coming back. I said, he done it this time. I ain't never been hit like this. I said, I already know I'm disfigured and my face ain't coming back. So it took 2 months for this to heal. Because when the swelling, the jaw was abnormally big. When the eyes, it was just skin. I just had a purple face, and I just didn't see this hair healing up. It took forever for this to even go down a little bit, and I just thought I was this bigger. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the hospital. You know, I never went to the hospital. Nope, nose bled for I don't know how long. I didn't go to the hospital. I was on drugs, staying in the bed in the house. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I didn't think I believed in God then. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have. I told whomever, I said, you just let my face create a universe, you know, the crazy stuff they would talk to the sun goddess and the moon goddess. If you just let my face, I promise I never let nobody hit me like this before. I said, I never want to get hit like this again. You just bring my face back. I thought it was this bigger. And I heard something from the universe say, well, you gotta stop putting your hands on people. I said, I don't want to be hit. No, he said, you gotta stop putting your hands on people. And that was 2016. Ain't God good? And won't he do it? When I told y'all, I didn't know that my face was coming back. And then right after that, I met my blessing, which was my roommate, right? And 4 years later, I entered into recovery. And I have not looked back. And I do not put my hands on people. I have not been in jail since 2014. I have not put my hands on anybody since 2016. And I will not. And you put your hands on me, you're going to jail.
All right, y'all, listen, we're gonna go and move to the banquet room. They are calling for us, so stay tuned. We're gonna be right back, guys.
You hit my pinky toe coin when you did that. My corn on my pinky toe. Hey, baby. Oh, I bet. I'm like, what the
Life, new way of life. TV and talk radio is where the go. Best thing going is our TV show. Big Rich, Crystal Love, yeah, right, and Dr. Renee. We had the information, we give it away. Every week we bring the truth in the TV and radio booth. New way of life. TV, new way of life. TV, feel the power by the lip. TV.